of both worlds on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome into Ticket Weekends here on Sunday. This is Bigger Than the Score. I'm here with the host, as always, Peter Ferguson. And if you guys ever want to join the show, Sartor Heyman text line 402-464-5685. And as always, we got the host in here, Pete Ferguson. Pete, how's it going?
You know what? Doing great. It's good morning. You know, like I said, I think we've survived the cold Mageddon from January. So I think all of February we come in from pretty decent temps, a little chilly this morning, but always a good week to be able to come to the space and see you, and appreciate 93.7 The Ticket for just, like I said, promoting positive youth action, but just also elevating voices that don't traditionally get heard. So thanks for being here on the ones and twos as always.
Absolutely. And it's Super Bowl Sunday as well. And we got a litany of shows going ahead here, but we always say it's always good to start off on a good note. Especially Bigger Than the Score feels like more of a community note, but nonetheless, there's plenty of things. We got some guests in here as well. We won't get to those guys quite yet, but throughout the week, I just kind of want to recap some of the things, some of the highlights that you've had last week.
Yeah, no, it's been definitely a busy week, and just in a lot of different ways. I think for the ticket and the station, I mean, down on Press Row down in Vegas at Super Bowl. And so been listening to that, and been great to hear Jay and, Sorensen and, DP a little bit. He's getting some wrestling in as well. You never know that, but just a good week all the way around for the community. Want to make note of just the African-American read-in that was held at Lincoln Public Schools between a collaboration between LPS and the Lincoln City Libraries. 93.7 The Ticket always was supportive of that as well. And so just tremendous readers from across the area shared different pieces, performances to illustrate the contributions that, we have made to the culture. And so again, thank you to all those readers. I even had a individual in the military from Omaha come down. And if you haven't got a chance, go to the LPS website or also to the City of Lincoln, watch that. Lunar New Year, the Year of the Dragon. I don't know if you knew that,
no,
but that
news to me.
Yeah, that kicked off a couple of days ago. So that is big. And so just want to, for those that are celebrating in that capacity, the Year of the Dragon, kind of want to just make sure some thank yous too to Giraffe, Chris. They've got the drive at 8 to 10 every morning. I think, a great opportunity to get caught up, just on area things that are going on, perspective, but also just have some laughs. But really appreciated. I was humbled that he kind of gave me his, Raph good take this week. And so thank you for that. Aaron Davis was his 50th birthday and had a surprise party here at the station on Friday. I came in a little late. I did get some heavenly waffles. Came in, I had a commitment in the morning, but want to again wish him a happiest 50th. And, just kind of going down the list, Mark Onweiler. I mean, a lot of things for the station.
That's a good, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Farrell's $10,000 challenge year winner. And just a tremendous, an individual who just, I hate to use the word resilience, just because in everything that he faced and has gone through in the last year with his family and losing his wife, his maid, a mother, to get that. It's a small condolence, but it's just a testament to just everything that he put in. He was my coach during my 10-week challenge, and I got runner up and just served as an inspiration in regards to that. So congratulations to the Onweiler family. And then I just want to thank, I got to go out yesterday, Phil Maynard, who's been a friend of the show, and has subbed in for me when I've not been able to be here.
Yep, he's a Bears fan as well.
Yeah, I was going to leave that off.
Always welcome.
But I got to look here. I went to go see his soccer team, the Fighting Maynards. He says it's FC United, but I'm going to call them the Fighting Maynards. Yesterday at 8:45, I got up and got to go see them play. And tremendous job. I mean, Phil, the energy, and his other coach, just really are about what youth sports are. And so a couple, they had a great game, and it wasn't about the score, so I don't even know what it was. I don't understand soccer, but I saw them give an effort. Both teams did, both teams that were out there. But, Laskin, Haywood, Elijah, Jackson, Parker, William, Desmond, Brandon, Max, and Alex. Again, great job. It was fun seeing y'all out there going ahead and going at it. I know this brother's got some skills, so if you ever need me, I got there too late for the pregame talk, but again, great job. I know a number of them, he sent a text out and they were listening and they were like, that's the guy from the show. When are we going to get to be on? And so we are arranging to get them on here in the coming months, but lot going on in that capacity. Those were some personal shout outs, and we have a lot of stuff going on with the high school sports. We talk about that. The wrestling districts went on. Yeah. And so congratulations to those that are going on to state. Some have ended their careers, and we had a conversation about that a while ago. And then the Southeast, I think they were the hack runner up for swimming and diving. Yep. And so congratulations to them, and just a lot of inner city matchups. Just a lot going on this time of year where you're going to see here probably in less than a month, increased traffic. This place, Lincoln's going to be just buzzing. I mean, you're going to have the girls and boys state tournament, the FFA, all that other stuff coming in. And so a really kind of cool time of year. And then you got the Super Bowl kicking off, and Harrison, I couldn't let it go. I don't need to say anything. For those of you watching, thank you. That's the rally towel, and that's going.
Yeah, you can put that right there.
I won't cover the Remington Trophy. I don't want to do disrespect. I don't want you to get a text from DP. But
I was gonna say, for everyone listening, it's not gonna be here long. As soon as Pete leaves the studio, that Stars logo is out of here as well too. But nonetheless, we do have Phil Maynard from Facebook saying, "Let's go United." Shout out to Pete for coming. Pete, or with Phil Maynard, he just seems like a good coach. He's one of those guys. We talk about coaching all the time. Definitely has the right attitude about it, especially when you're kind of with that youth. You want them to love the sport first is always the thing. I feel like people get mixed up. It's like if they love the sport, then they'll want to be coached more. They'll want to go to his next step. So shout out to Phil Maynard. He does a good job there. And Mark Onweiler with the crazy weight loss journey. And he's one of those people where this is like when you see him, you even kind of forget that he even was over at that size. Like he had such a fast progress, and the dude just never gave up. We talked about all the setbacks he could have had, but his story's out there. You can even just go follow him on Twitter. I think it's just if you search Mark Onweiler, it should pull up for you. But just an incredible story of perseverance. And in this time of year as well, everything's kind of wrapping up. But with sports wrapping up, it seems like high school basketball, that's really kicking off now as well. And we had plenty of those. Shout out to Nick Stadium for covering them. But it's just been a busy week. And now we got Super Bowl Sunday already here. And February's flying by. I know, double check. I was like February 11th while I was putting the dates down for the show already. With so much kind of wrapping by here, what are the few things you're really looking forward to outside of the Super Bowl at 5:30, of course? And then we'll go ahead and get some of our guests in here.
Also this week is, Valentine's Day, and I think some people, that's a high, and it's like, okay, I've heard of the commercials for the flowers and please support, our sponsors and all that, make individuals happy. But I wanted to ask you that question, DP is grid on, love is, and Valentine's Day is about that. And it's about putting love forward. It's not necessarily, with a significant other, it can be to anybody, but what is either a Valentine's memory, or if somebody were to ask you love is, like, how would you finish that statement?
Oh man, love is unconditional care is the thing I would put that, it's just, everyone can kind of equate that to their mom. It's like, everyone's probably had that moment where you've done something like, man, I really don't kind of deserve the sympathy and the forgiveness for what I did. Wow. But your mom's always there. They'll pick you back up. And same thing with my dad. I don't want to leave him out of the mix if he's listening. But just really good family members. And, it's where if you do something wrong, they're only upset because they know you can do better.
And that's powerful. The way you share that. I always, when I have that, I think about like Tupac, Dear Mama, or I think about Boyz II Men, Mama's Song, and those things. And I have to agree with you. I mean, I was cleaning yesterday and doing some things, and I think you couldn't have said it better. Love is just that unconditional care. I have shared, and when I go out and engage, but I'm adopted. And so yesterday, and I was looking through some things, and I found the letter that notified my parents that they could I would say be gifted by me, however you want to put it. And there were 2 copies, and I was looking at it, and I just was, and I've seen it before, and I had it, but my birthday's next Saturday, and it just, some of those things start to hit home just a little bit differently. And that was one thing, like when you started talking about your mom and you started talking about your folks, they just gave me, an opportunity to be who I was. But also, I will say my adoptive parents is the same way. I don't know who they are. And so, I'm forever thankful. But Howard and Alita M. Ferguson are my parents. And they have put me in spaces to engage with a number of people. And, as I said, my birthday's coming up next week on Saturday. I got my first gift. That's why I've got the Mosmo hat on or whatever. Yeah. Mike Alvarez, again, a friend, but he came over yesterday and he was like, here's your first birthday gift. I want to say it's my first on-air radio show gift, because I know those guys on the morning, always are getting boots and caps and mugs and Stanley. I was like, for crying out loud, they probably got sweet tickets to the Iowa game. I'm like, let me go ahead and roll with them. Sip, if you're ever sick, let me know. I mean, I can fit into an XL, a medium. I'll show one ab, but a double XL is good. Size 14 on the shoes. And paintings, I'll take that. Oyster Art's always phenomenal. But they must have a warehouse for stuff.
They got boots. They got some pictures.
They got some cool hats.
Some nice hats. They've got a litany of stuff. So early break does get over at 8 o'clock. There's shows after that if you want to spread out some of that love. I do laugh. Sometimes we'll have a listener, forgive me, I'm forgetting the name, but there was a real sweet lady. She sent in cookies in particular and said, not for the early break crew. So we have some out there that are looking out for all the other shows.
The hate is real. But no, thank you for those. Magic always comes down and supports us. So I don't want to leave that out. But you talked about just that transition and showing that love. And I think that's a great transition to our guests that we have here today. And again, you're on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score, with Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and Harrison on the ones and twos as always. But that love has been shown at Norwood Park Elementary School for as long as it's been there. But for me, just in a special capacity, and we've talked about it before on the show, has been with the Norwood Classic, the Roadrunner Classic. And the Roadrunner Classic is a unique, friendly game. It started in 2008 with myself and JJ Cox, who's a registrar there. It actually came to fruition. My daughter was at 3rd grade basketball, and we were looking for some opportunities to engage and get them a game because they really didn't play at that point in time. And it was between the Norwood Park, the Fighting Roadrunners. That's going to be my phrase I don't know. Phrase for the day. Excuse me. My phrase for the day. I couldn't even get that out. Good. Whatever. It's all good. But it's occurred every subsequent year since then for 15 years. And Dana Berger, who has been an absolute friend. She knew me. We were colleagues when we worked at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and shout out to mentoring. Has been an individual who's kind of put up with me in a lot of different ways, but has helped facilitate it. So joined here this morning by her. Joined this morning. I'm tongue-tied this morning.
All right.
Joined this morning with her in studio and a couple guests to speak about it. So how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back. On Saturday Night Live, I was thinking about this.
Now she's compared me to Saturday Night Live.
Right.
That's what it is.
I'm
comical.
a three-timer here.
Okay.
So not in this room, just twice in this room. But I was thinking maybe some necklaces or something like that. Some kind of
we might have
some
to crown
kind of gift. I know we're all looking for gifts here,
without question. We put it out there. We'll see what we can do for you there. 93.7 The Ticket swag gear.
There we go.
For a shirt or whatever when you come in. Well, hey, you've been here before. You told us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your role and position, and then tell us a little bit about the classic that's coming up here on Thursday.
I have been at Norwood Park in the CLC, the Community Learning Center, for the past 7 years. And I'm the director there. And the classic has been something, like you said, it's been around for 15 years. And I've just been a small part of it for the last 7 years. And so it is one day that everybody looks forward to during the year. And I've had kids. You'll get to meet Isamara. She gets to participate in it this year. And so everybody's like, when's the game? When are we going to play? And it's just a chance for our scholars to get on the court. really none of them play in any leagues or anything like that. So this gets them opportunity to get that and learn those skills.
Well, and I think the awesome part you said, because it's expanded in a lot of ways, or it said traditionally this was kind of, we oftentimes refer to it, and we haven't, but other people said it's the best game of the year.
Yeah.
You know, they've referred it's the best game of the year. And I know today the Huskers have a sellout over at PBA, but I am going to put this up against them, because if you come into that atmosphere, you'll truly know what we're talking about. And so why would people say that? For those who may not be able to come to the space or have
in the space, you know, we're located, our game is at Norwood Park. And so our space isn't a huge space, but everybody jams in there, right? We have chairs all around the gym floor, and we had people last year, we had people standing out in the hallway, and they, you know, a lot of our teachers come out and support. It's just like it's a community thing. So we have grandparents and parents coming out, and even, you know, former students have came out and cheered on those kids. So it's just the atmosphere. You just can't, you have to be there. You have to experience. You can't really talk about it. It's really overwhelming. It's really awesome.
Well, we affectionately refer to it as Roadrunner Arena.
Yeah.
And so again, this space isn't big, but we talk about, it's about opportunity. We talk about engagement. We talk about empowerment, but we also talk about educating individuals. And so how has this done this? Because there's been numerous individuals that have supported in 93.7 The Ticket. Yeah. You know, we added that component last year with our broadcasting and our many, you know, our many ticket reporters and media. But you've had a partnership with, you know, other components like, you know, myself, but Southwest High School has, you know, their girls basketball program, Coach Jeff Rump, who is now over at Lincoln High, April's kids. And so that list has gone on, and it's grown for those individuals to help make this happen. How has that been instrumental?
Well, it's huge. I mean, we wouldn't, you know, I got my gear.
There you go.
I got my gear on. I got my sweatshirt.
Harrison's looking. How can we get hooked up here in a little bit?
Maybe I can find something for him in my car. But no, it's been huge. We wouldn't be able to do this. You know, we're a nonprofit, you know, and let's go back to Emma. You know, we've talked about Emma in the past, our Gatorade Player of the Year, and she gifted us $11,000, and that has been a true blessing to our program. We've been able to do things that we wouldn't have normally been able to do, and so we've been able to keep the game going, keep the basketballs coming in, keep the jerseys coming in. Those things add up,
right?
And we're just so appreciative of all the support we've received over the years. We couldn't do it without them.
Well, and I think the cool part is like, you know, people say, you know, thank you, but other people have to say yes to the ask.
Yeah.
And so I think, you know, originally when, you know, we had the game, and then we expanded to kind of having a clinic as an opportunity to kind of engage those skills. But you've gotten to go to state tournament games. You've, I think even the year that we won the state tournament, you actually came to those games. And so I would say every time they do the clinic, they have not, you know, the school has not made the state tournament. And so I almost think it's kind of a mutually beneficial, good luck type of piece. Other schools will probably want a piece of that here soon. But, you know, I think there's a lot of other things. This year it's expanded to your competition has been area schools or area kind of components and groups. But this year's expanded to the Wilbur-Claytonia Wolverines for the second year. And so that's a really cool piece. And so after the break, we're going to get to meet with two scholars, one who's an alumni of the game, and then another one who's going to be experiencing her first classic, got that smile on. She's like, I'm ready to go ahead and cross somebody up. So she's going to talk about her skills. But we'll do that right after the break on 93.
And actually, I want to get to a text here before we go to break. And then I'll go ahead and I'll let you read it right there. It's from Crowbait, and he's watching the streams. Again, I applaud you all to do so, because you get great comments like this.
I
Facebook,
see it right
YouTube,
now.
Twitch, Twitter, and of course, Allo Channel 961. Crowbait. He says, I have one of those cowboy towels. I use it as a dish rag, as he's referring to Pete.
Killing me.
Cowboy towel right there. I couldn't let you get away with that one. But nonetheless, Pete, go ahead. Get us out of here.
Hey, let me get in that house, and let me go ahead and add that to my collection. I'll go ahead and give you good money for that. But that being said, we'll be back with these two scholars and Dana on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
No matter what indoor or outdoor project is on your list, check it off at the Nebraska Builders Home and Garden Show, February 9th through the 11th at Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln. Visit with vendors experienced in handling all your dream projects. Spend time viewing displays and exhibits to see the latest in home innovations. Admission is $10 or bring a non-perishable item for the food bank and get a $2 discount. Children 12 and under are free. For more information, visit the Home and Garden Show online at hbal.org.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today. Flowers and chocolates are great for Valentine's Day, but you know what really earns you bonus points? A massage. No, not from you, but from the professionals at The Body Shop. Now is the time to purchase a gift certificate for your significant other to make sure you're the big winner this Valentine's Day. Go to thebodyshoplincoln.com and select from their variety of specific massages. Once you've purchased, you can either print out the certificate or email it to the lucky recipient. Do Valentine's Day right this year with a massage from The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, Southwest Iowa, and Northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years. And I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson with Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and joined as always on the ones and twos. I think he's going to be Usher's DJ for the night at the Super Bowl show, Harrison Arn. So really appreciate him being here. We introed before the break and talked to Miss Dana Berger about a little bit about the Roadrunner Classic, and not just a little bit. She's been on before, but it's going to take place this Thursday, February 15th, over at Norwood Park. And we are fortunate enough to have two individuals who have kind of different perspectives, but similar perspectives on the Roadrunner. So we got Jaden Carr, and I'm gonna make sure I said that right?
Yeah.
All right. And Jaden is a scholar over at Northeast High School, and he is an alum of the Classic. And so, Jaden, I'm gonna have you go ahead. Glad to have you here today.
Glad to have you.
Awesome. And then also we got Isamara. And Isamara's got a long, so I want to make sure, Isamara, I'm going to let you say your full name. But Isamara, Drunken Dorsey, right? Drunken Miller. Druck. All right. Thank you for the correction. But she is going to participate in her first Classic, if I'm not mistaken, this year. So thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So Isamara, I'm going to start with you. Tell me a little bit about who you are, who's in your family. Have you always lived in Lincoln?
Okay, yeah, I always lived in Lincoln in my family. Like, do I just?
Yeah. Tell us about your family.
Okay, my mom.
Yeah.
I love her. She's so nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then also, can I just say people who live in my house?
Yeah. Tell everybody who lives in your house, and you can give their names if you want. I know they're listening.
So my mom is Rhiannon.
Okay.
And she lives in my house, obviously. And then my brother's dad, Priest. And then my brother, my sister, me, and my two cousins.
Awesome. Do you want to give your sister's names and your cousin's names, or are you holding out on them?
My sister's name is Rhiannon, and then Riela, and then my cousins are Taylor and Xavier, and then my brother is LeJane.
Awesome. Fantastic. And Jaden, what about you? Like, have you always lived in Lincoln, and who's in your family?
Yeah, I've always lived in Lincoln. I've got 4 other siblings at home. I live with my mom, my dad, and my uncle.
Okay. Fantastic. You want to give their names so if I know they're listening?
I've got Haley outside.
Okay.
Robert is my uncle. Kevin is my dad, and I've got Jesse, Abby, McKenna, and Jed at home.
Awesome. And great to see Haley out here. I know she's taking pictures and everything and supporting you and showing some love. So tell us a little bit, Isamara, what grade are you in? I think I said it before.
I'm in 5th grade.
Okay, 5th grade over at Norwood Park. And what's the best thing about Norwood Park? For those that may not know where Norwood Park is or have ever had that experience.
Oh, Norwood Park is I like it because they're really nice.
Okay. And so they're nice there?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us one thing, like if people walk into Norwood Park, they can expect kindness. They can expect, what's something else they can expect when they walk through the doors there? What's something they'll see?
Whenever they first walk in there and see a big picture on the wall, definitely say hello.
Oh, okay. They're gonna see a big picture and hello. Okay, good stuff. And Jaden, you said you go to Northeast High School. Mm-hmm. Where did you go to elementary, middle school?
For middle school, I went to Dawes Middle School.
Okay.
And then for elementary, I went to Norwood.
Okay. And so through your experience through school and everything, what's something that you remember that you're like, okay, this has been pretty cool so far?
Definitely some of my teachers in the Norwood basketball.
Okay, so the Norwood basketball piece has been something that's cool to you. So tell us something what are you involved in now before we kind of get to the Classic? What are some things that you either have done or you're currently doing as you're in high school right now?
I played on the Dawes basketball team in 8th grade. Not really much other than I helped coach a soccer team for my friend.
Okay, awesome. So what about coaching? Why you like coaching? Because you're going to be coaching this week again as well. So obviously that's kind of spoken to you a little bit.
It just feels good to help them get better at something that they know they can become better at.
Okay. And so what is the best piece of coaching advice? There's going to be a big game today. Some might say it's either the Huskers versus Iowa, or it might be the Super Bowl that's going on. I think there might even be an NBA game. But what's a piece of coaching advice that you would give if you were sitting on the bench with Coach Amy Williams today down at Pinnacle Bank Arena?
Well, one of my coaches told me, don't hold back when you know you can go further.
Wow. Like that. Don't hold back when you know you can go further. Like that. That's powerful. And Ismar, what about you? So you're playing sports. What's one thing so far that you've learned after you heard that piece of coaching advice that you've gotten from a coach that you're like, okay, this is something that I believe in, that I think is really important that other players should know?
Like whenever you underperform and you know you can do better. Like I don't know how to say it.
So when you underperform and you know you can do better.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. So you're the one who first kind of knows if you're underperforming and knowing that you can do better before a coach knows that.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. So Jaden, tell us a little bit just about your experience with the Roadrunner Classic. I don't know if you remember. I know it was, 4th and 5th when you said, I think you started playing in 3rd grade. Okay. So you played about 3 years in it. What do you remember about the Roadrunner Classic? If somebody has never experienced it and was coming to the gym, what should they expect?
I remember 3rd grade, we got a lot of good players and a lot of good coaches, and we still lost, but it was a good loss. Instead, I think we lost every year that I was at Norwood, but it was a fun season getting to play with all my teammates.
Awesome. And so what was the thing that you remember? Because you talked about the score, but you said like it was a great experience. I mean, what about either the clinic or the game? Like, what was that first time when you came in? What were you expecting? And then what did you like leave with being like, okay, I didn't expect that. And so the next year you were like, okay, I'm prepared for this.
I think the first year was walking into the game and realizing like, hey, there are a lot more people here than I thought. Probably the second thing would be during the practices, like getting all the teammates together, even when not all of us were friends or in the same grade. We all got to work together on the same team.
Wow. And I think that's important when you talked about like, you said not all of us were friends, but we were working together, and then just walking in and that experience, seeing all those people. What is I go to Ismar and here in a quick minute. What is something that you said, you know what, expect this and just take it all in?
I'd say during practice, expect to be pushed harder than you'd expect to go.
Like that. Ismar, what are you looking forward to most? Like, have you seen the game before, or what have you heard about it? Like, what are you most excited about?
I'm excited about it because I haven't played basketball in a minute, like been in the game. And yeah.
Okay.
And also I forgot.
No, that's okay. So what do you like most about the game? What do you like most about basketball just in general? Why are you playing it? Because you got this sweatshirt on, it says I love basketball, the heart's in line with Valentine's Day, you got the heart and everything going. So why even play basketball?
I like basketball. I've always liked basketball, like since kindergarten. I've loved basketball. But I like it because I feel like it just gets everything off your mind.
I like that. It gets everything off your mind. I've never heard that in that sense. And so when you talk about getting everything off your mind, do you have a favorite player? Or is there somebody that you look up to, or that if you got the opportunity to talk to, that you would just be like, wow, that's awesome. And it could be basketball or it could be anybody.
There's this girl named Katie, which is my sister's like friend. She's really good at basketball, and I'd be watching her play sometimes, like on my phone. She's really good.
What's her last name?
Lauren.
Katie Lauren?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And Harrison, that's something like I take something away from that, because I think a lot of people, I think even I made an assumption that you were going to say, Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark or Alexis Markowski or individuals like that. And here you are. And I'm going to have you say her name again, because I think that's important that individuals take notice that this is somebody within your realm, within this community that you look up to.
Katie Lauren.
Katie Lauren. Do you know where she goes to school?
I think it's North Star.
Okay. So Katie Lauren, if you're out there, you have got an individual who just mentioned you on basically, let's just be honest, the national broadcast, that you were her idol over so many other individuals. And so for that, we're going to find out where you're at, and we're going to hook you up with a 93.7 The Ticket t-shirt for that. Hey, we'll be right back. We're going to have some more about the Norwood Roadrunner Classic, the 15th annual on 93.7 The Ticket, bigger than the score.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff, who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's not just the big game everyone looks forward to, it's the food. If you're hosting a super party, let Hog Wild Pit Barbecue do the cooking so you can cheer on your favorite team. Slow smoked ribs, beef brisket, pulled pork, hot links, and so much more. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Flowers and chocolates are great for Valentine's Day. But you know what really earns you bonus points? A massage. No, not from you, but from the professionals at the Body Shop. Now is the time to purchase a gift certificate for your significant other to make sure you're the big winner this Valentine's Day. Go to thebodyshoplincoln.com and select from their variety of specific massages. Once you've purchased, you can either print out the certificate or email it to the lucky recipient. Do Valentine's Day right this year with a massage from the Body Shop at 48th and A.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and text us,
if you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off. Mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934. HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson with Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and always joined on the ones and twos on this Super Bowl Sunday. It's hard for me to say that with the Cowboys not being present, but Harrison on the ones and twos, and so always appreciative of him kicking off this Sunday morning list of shows here at 93.7 The Ticket. And Harrison, I know we've got Fitness Fanatics afterwards, but you want to go down the list? I know with the week, how things are spanning out for today.
Yeah, I'll do my best. It's a
I was
good
gonna
problem
say,
to have. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to Derek Pearson for what he's been building here. But yeah, for Sunday, we'll wrap up with this one at 9 o'clock. And then we will have Fitness Fanatics. Jay Foreman, he'll be going at 11. So a good Super Bowl preview there. Inside the Huddle with Jay Foreman. And then we got the Breeze with Hosta Breezy and Derek Pearson. We'll get some. We talked about Derek Pearson.
Yeah.
He's a traveled man, so he's always got good stories to tell. We'll hear about his events with WWE. And then from there, I think we'll go Nico Project. We'll have Drip or Drown. And then we Husker Rewind, Ricky Simmons, Malone Radio Show, Flipping It with Sam and Sav. And I might be missing one in the pocket as well. So I think that's our slate for all these Sunday shows. So as you guys can hear, there's plenty of it. And if you ever want to join in at any point today, 402-464-5685 or the streams. You guys have been great on here. Shout out to everyone commenting in. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Allo, Channel 961.
Yeah, and you know what? And if you get a chance, I know people are going to be watching the Super Bowl and everything else. You can go on YouTube and, like you said, Twitter, Twitch. You can catch the replays on that because I know a lot of those individuals are going to be watching the game as well. So, so we're joined here. Got a full studio. We got Isamara, we got Jaden, and we got Dana Berger. And they are all involved with the annual Roadrunner Classic and have had different experiences. Isamara is going to be doing her first one on Thursday, walking through the tunnel, going to go ahead and be hooping it up. And the game is going to be at Knollwood Park against the Wilbur Claytonia 3rd, 4th grade team. And want to give a little bit of a shout out just to their coaches, Jen Pospisil, who has helped arrange that, and is one of the coaches, Laura Niles and Tyler Stows, who are the individuals bringing those scholars in to compete. And this will be the second year that the contest has been against Wilbur Claytonia. And you have a connection to Wilbur.
I had my cousins, actually. I think probably one of them went to school with Jen.
Okay.
They probably graduated together. But my aunt and uncle lived in Claytonia and Wilbur for many, many years. Shout out to the Pryors. That's my connection to Wilbur. So my uncle and aunt lived down there for many years.
Well, and then I know one of the connections with the Southwest Silverhawks who come over and do engagement and clinic.
Coach
Coach Barrett over there had coached at Wilbur for a number of years. And so it almost seems like it's just almost a natural coming home type thing to go ahead and engage them. And so really appreciative of that community just for just really understanding that it's about something and saying yes again to the ask. Of being able to compete. So, Jaden, we left off just in regards to talking about the classic and your involvement, what you remember. As you think about, things right now, what is some advice that you would have for individuals that are your peers? And when I say your peers, I mean kindergarten, preschool, on up to like 25, in college. What's a piece of advice that you would have for them?
I think the same thing that my coach told me. Don't look back if you know you can go ahead.
Okay. Don't look back if you know you can go ahead. I love that. Isamara, what about you? What's a piece of advice that you would have, honestly, not just for your peers, and I mean people that are your age, but even a little bit older, like that it might be in high school or it might be in college?
Like to not let people get to you. Like don't let them
So say that again. Say that again. I want you to say nice and loud. Say that again.
Don't let them get to you.
I love that. Don't let people get to you. Why would you say that's important to not let people get to you?
Because that can take people down. Like saying something about somebody, they'll just not want to do something.
Okay. So you want to go ahead and lift people up. And I think Sam Stetcher always talks about being a signal boost for individuals and not bringing them down. So another question I have for both of you. What is something that you would say, because oftentimes we talk a lot about involvement and parents and being involved, and we have great parents that are involved in lives and we want them to be, but also sometimes there's those challenges with athletics and what that looks like. And we're going to have a lot of cheering and we're going to have a lot of support. But what would you tell parents that are on the sidelines? What is a piece of advice that you would give parents that are on the sidelines while they're watching their kids play?
Like to keep doing what they're doing.
Okay.
They're doing good.
So parents to keep, so what's a good thing that a parent can do that they should keep doing? An example. Cheering, you know, cheering. What's something they can say that's supportive that you would like to hear?
Keep going.
Keep going. Okay. I love that. Love that. Jaden, what about you? You're in a coaching capacity now. You've had, you know, your parents have supported you in regards. What is something that you would like, you know, all parents to know that'd be like, okay, do this. This is supportive. This will help us move forward. Not the opposite.
Don't just shout out one kid, shout out the whole team.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Yeah. And why is that important? I mean, I think sometimes we got to be descriptive with parents, but why is that important to shout out multiple people?
Because I feel like every player leans on the strength of his teammates or her teammates, and they use that to build up their own strength and play better for themselves and for their team.
Love that. Love that. And that's building on the strength. And then as you hear those two things, how do those relate to what goes on in the Roadrunner Classic?
I think they're spot on, right? Like I think the environment that we have there, it is supporting everybody. We're cheering on both teams, right? Like I just remember different moments throughout the years that, you know, everybody is just wants everybody to succeed and everybody wants everybody to get the ball and score. And when, you know, kids that might normally not score, when they score, it goes crazy in there. Everybody, they go bananas is what that you know, it's just really neat to see and having supportive you know, just the community. It's parents, it's grandparents, it's teachers, everybody's just cheering everybody on, and it's just an awesome environment.
Well, and I think the weakest part of the game is my officiating.
Yeah, well,
and so, you know, but in you know, in all seriousness, I mean, it's just one of the highlights because it's hard not to get caught up in, you know, seeing, you know, a young lady or a young male go ahead and put a basket in, and they like watch it go in, and there's just this surprise of like, okay, I did that. Yeah. And then everybody erupts. It's not just, you know, in Harrison, if you haven't been there, it's not just one side. It's everybody. And it quickly, I mean, I think that happens after the first, you know, basket or two. I think some people are like, okay, let me cheer my kid. Oh, we're going to, you know, win. And Jaden, it goes to what you said, but then all of a sudden it becomes an atmosphere of inclusion for everybody to participate. And I remember young ladies scoring and they just stand there. Yeah. And they're jumping up and down and they look at their folks, and their folks are like, go back, get back on defense, get back on defense. And at the end of the day, you're like, that's not, you know, that's not what was important. It was celebrating that moment because it becomes movement for the future. And so I'm excited about seeing people score their first basket.
Well, and two, I just want to bring up like halftime, right? Halftime is, you know, you get the parents out there doing fun games that they might normally not do and just get them outside of their box. And the kids love seeing their parents compete against each other. Yeah. You know, it could be, you know, shooting hoops. It could be what did we do last year? We're chewing up
they did the fruit roll it, minute to win it.
Yeah.
Minute to win it.
Yeah. I didn't win that.
But still anyways,
I'm a little salty on that. But no, it's just really neat to see everybody interact with each other.
You know, and so, you know, as you think about that interaction with one another, you know, Isamar, we asked you before, like the thing you're looking forward to most, you know, I just want to ask you, like that day, like games coming up, how are you getting ready for the game?
Practice.
Okay. So what are you doing at practice? What are you doing at practice? Like, you know, don't give all your game plan to the Wilbur Claytonia Wolverines who are listening, but what are you doing at practice that's going to get you and you're like, okay, that means we're going to go ahead and get out here and ball.
Working to get better.
Okay. Okay. Is that dribbling? What's your specialty? Dribbling, shooting, passing, or rebounding?
Shooting.
Shooting? Okay, we got the shooter here. Stick on. You need to stick on this.
Might have just gave that away.
I'm not even gonna give the scouting report. I'm not gonna give your number because I know that they're gonna be on you. Like just, they're gonna stick on you. So they gotta figure out. They gotta watch the show and they're gonna be like, "Is Amara guard her? Guard her."
Yeah, she's pretty fast too.
Okay.
She's got some speed.
Awesome. So Jaden, what are you as a coach, as you're gonna take the seat for the first time in a different capacity as a coach? What are you looking forward to?
I think I'm looking forward to watching the team work together rather than not work together.
Okay.
Because in practice, they like to think one's better than the other instead of all of us need to be on the same level.
Right. No, and I think that's huge in a lot of ways where you're just like, okay, seeing everybody work together, and you're gonna have a different seat. So what's gonna be your piece of advice that you're going to tell them?
Use your teammates, use your friends, and all of you will do better.
Wow. Okay. I like that. So, what are you looking forward to most? Obviously, we're in our 15th year. Is there anything special that's happening this year? And you look forward to things every year, but what are you looking forward to this year, especially as you kind of experience what your 8th year?
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, but I just want to put it back to Jaden and to Izamara. Jaden was one of my kiddos, man. I started working with him in 3rd grade, and he came to before and after school, and I've been able to see him grow up and become an awesome young man, and just super proud of you. And Izamara is, I've known her since kindergarten, and so I've seen her grow up too, and be able to just develop as a young woman and make good choices and just giving her the opportunity to do something that she loves. I want to, we haven't broke out the t-shirt, man.
Hang on, Harrison. It looks like we might have some gear here coming in. The early show ain't got nothing on us now. Hold on.
So this is our annual t-shirt, and I know Pete was like, "This looks like last year's," but then I turned it around to him, and this is what it's all about. And I hope I don't
go ahead. I think is that the camera we're using?
Yeah, that's the one right there.
So on the back, the reason why we do this is because of Pete and for Jay. They started this. Jay, like Pete said, we have a connection from Big Brothers Big Sisters. JJ Cox is also a Big Brothers Big Sisters connection through our board of directors. Him and Pete both were on our board of directors over the years, and this is just something I stepped into, right? And I'm proud to be a part of this. I'm proud to continue this because every year we make magic, and it's not big stuff, but to us and to our kids, it is huge, and we appreciate everything that you've done over the years. And I appreciate Jay for starting it because it was something really small with Jaden playing when she was little, and we just continue it because it's important to see these faces, and the smiles on these faces is what matters. So thank you for all you've done.
Well, I'm truly appreciative of you. There's been late night texts and
early morning
and driving you crazy of like, hey, I got this idea. And Phil Maynard shot a note up and just said, he's excited. He is our MC. And so we have our little mini Rucker Park where he's running around with a microphone and doing pregame introductions. And we have individuals like Gorchol who's been on. I mean, people who've just lent their time. And so, it has grown, but they take photos. We had a varsity athlete from Southeast last year that ref, Nagua, and she came and Nyalak Dak, and she, officiated. And then we're going to have a DJ this year. And again, going to 93.7 The Ticket, the Northeast Family Centers. I can't forget April's Kids. So many people who just kind of have helped this grow and make this truly something special. So though you're giving me some credit, I have to give credit to all those who continue to make it something that's awesome. So, before we get out of here, because there's something I want to end with, is Amara, I want you to go ahead and what is something that you want to tell this community? You you've blown me away in a lot of ways when you talked about the young lady on who's your idol. We saw some Iowa fans come in, and I want to put a shout out. If any Nebraska scholar athletes are listening, Coach Williams from Iowa, Caitlin Clark, or anybody else, you've got time to get down here. This young lady's going to be here for about another 20 minutes. She is deserving of your time. She is deserving to come in and see this space and encourage and empower. But what's something you want to say to people out in the community that will make them better?
Keep going. Just keep going. Practice. And yeah.
So keep going. What's something you want to do in the future?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
What are you looking forward to? Is there something you're looking forward to, whether it be in middle school or high school?
Keep playing basketball.
Okay. Looking forward to keep playing basketball. Do you know where you're going? Where are you going to middle school?
I don't know. It's either Park or Dawes. I want to go to Dawes.
Okay. Watch out then. Okay. The NIL is still open for that. No, we don't have that in middle school. So I rescind that. There's no NIL for this young lady, though she's very worthy of it. No NIL. Jaden, what about you? What are you looking forward to as you kind of move forward in life?
I wanted to go to law school and become a lawyer.
Nice. Okay. So, Mara over there is going to need a lawyer. Okay, as she plays brawl, so she's going to need that support and that help. So you want to go to law school?
Yeah.
Why? I'm interested in why you want to be a lawyer.
I think I just always wanted to stick up for the people that didn't have a voice.
Wow.
Like, how I'd explain this is like in a family court. It's stereotyped that moms win most of it. So sticking up for the dad would be my goal. Getting the person that didn't have a voice.
Wow, that is powerful. Dana, how can people support the Roadrunner Classic if they want to? Obviously, I said it's Thursday at 6. It's limited space, but if you want to come in and you want to support or you want to sponsor, kind of give a shout out how that can happen.
I think just reaching out, you can reach out to Norwood Park and just ask for me, or you can call Northeast Family Center. That is our lead agency. Kurt Kruger is our executive director over there. And so if you would like to help keep this going, if you would, like I said, it's as simple as new basketballs. It's simple as, we have, we don't necessarily have uniforms. We have jerseys. And I think that's something that, you and I have talked about.
I want to stop you on that because we've been resourceful.
Yeah.
It has been a situation where, we have teams that come in and they have uniforms and it's uniforms that they get to take home. And so again, I know you're being bashful, but I just want to put this out there. Like we do have goals and aspirations for this. And so we would love for the scholars that participate, there's a CLC league and things like that. We'd love for them to have jerseys that they get to keep and that they're their own, not turn it at the end. Dana has been very generous and other individuals generous, but we buy t-shirts, but we've got so many teams around town that when the year changes, they get a new jersey and they get a new jersey, but we want them to have jerseys.
We do.
We would love them to have
warm-ups.
Gosh. And so if somebody's willing or interested in those capacities, that's one small thing.
And even we've talked about shoes, right?
Yeah.
Shoes, a lot of our kids don't have, they might not have tennis shoes to wear. And so that's something that Pete, in the past, you've been able to help us out with. But yeah, it's the small things, right? In the grand scheme of things, it's the small things. And when they get to wear their t-shirts, because I'll give them their t-shirt tomorrow is my plan.
See, you got a preview. There you go. Harrison, we're going to grab one for you there. So put your size out there.
Yeah, get your size. We got some extras.
Put that size out. What is it?
We got that large.
Large?
Okay,
we'll pick it up.
We got it. That's our second batch of t-shirts. Got to tell Kurt about.
Kurt, there's a second batch coming. If the Chiefs don't win, they'll get printed earlier.
That is true. But no, I think just everybody being a part of this and supporting us. We want to continue this, and Izzy will be playing in our CLC. We'll have another league the fourth quarter. Wow. And so we'll be playing other CLC teams, Belmont and Hartley, I think, is a new team coming in. But there's I think 6 or 8 of us that are going to be playing in a league. And this is just amazing because our kids don't get the opportunity to do this. And so we're going to be traveling to the other elementaries and playing on Thursdays in the fourth quarter of school. So we're excited to keep that going. And like I said, just having a T-shirt or a sweatshirt in the past, we've been able to have sweatshirts with our names on the back of it.
Most of them spelled
man.
right.
Well, just not Pete's. But this time I made sure his name was spelled right on the back of that T-shirt. So no, just anything that you can do would be amazing.
And so, you know, as you put that out there again, you've got some time. Obviously, I mean, we could get them, you know, by Thursday. But if you're interested, fourth quarter, love to have that support. So you can reach out to Northeast Family Center, Norwood Park, or myself in the station, and we'll get you connected. Again, I want to thank all three of you for being here. Obviously, this week is a lot of different things. It's Valentine's Day. It's Super Bowl week. You know, it's but first and foremost, it's the Roadrunner Classic. And so real quick, there's a poem, Love Is by Nikki Giovanni. And it just says, some people forget that love is tucking you in, kissing you goodnight, no matter how young or old you are. Some people don't remember that love is listening and laughing and asking questions, no matter what your age. Few recognize that love is commitment, responsibility, no fun at all, unless love is you and me. With that being said, thanks for tuning in to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson with Harrison. We'll see you next week.